Hi, welcome to the 15th episode. Yes, already the 15th episode of Selling Without Selling Your Soul. At the end of this episode, you will have learned the ultimate trick. What is the real silver bullet of selling? Are you curious? Stay tuned. Hi, I am Peter, and my intention and my mission is to help you, to teach you to sell. Because I really believe selling is an essential skill for everybody who wants to grow as a human being. Now, first of all, I want to thank Tom de Vlieger. He's a marketing guy, and yes, sometimes it can happen that I'm inspired by marketing persons, and this is of course a joke, because he really inspired me to make this episode. Now, what is the real silver bullet of selling? When I was 23, I finished my studies at university, and I thought, wow, I've read a lot of books, I've memorized a lot of books, and persons asked me a lot of questions about the content of these books, and I passed. Now I know everything, I'm ready for life with a capital L. And actually I extended this way of thinking by thinking that everything can be learned using a technique. So later on, I actually thought that selling is just learning a technique. So you have spin selling, solution selling, value creation selling, product selling, challenger selling, co-creation selling. And I really thought by focusing and learning a technique, this would actually do it for me and I will become very successful and achieve a lot of things. Learning techniques is great and I'm not against it, not at all. So I definitely recommend that you explore that domain also. Now, I will give an analogy with music. When you are learning an instrument, to play the guitar or play piano, actually I'm learning piano at this very moment, there actually are two choices. First of all, you learn the techniques and then you become a robot or a repeater. You're going to repeat these techniques that you have learned, and yes, it will sound that it is okay. And the second option is actually for me better, which is you are a musician. Because I also did it with playing music. I studied a lot of music, a lot of techniques, and I really thought by just playing these techniques that would make me a great musician. But as long as you don't are a musician, you are not, you're just a repeater or a robot of these techniques. As you are a musician, you're actually are going to play music, you're going to play songs and you're touching people, you're creating a kind of connection and a transfer of energy. And it's the same with selling. So don't step into the trap that thinking by learning sales techniques that you will become the best salesperson there is, but you will not. And why is that? If you are in a meeting or a conversation with somebody and you rely heavily on techniques and you are so full in your head, I have to say this, I have to do this, this is my checklist, so this is the next step, you're actually not in the meeting itself, you're not connecting with the other person, and the other person will perceive you as being fake or average. And this will not create a lasting impression, because a lot of people are doing this, and it's really the objective to be unique and to create a special impression that the other person will remember you. And remember that people in their non-verbal communication will feel and sense that you are not real and actually not there, because you're so involved with your own process in your head about following a certain technique. So don't step in that trap. There is no silver bullet. You are the product. You are responsible for creating a unique experience with that other person by creating value. Yes, it's about you. You are the product. So by using actually a technique or by relying 100% on a technique, you're actually putting the power outside of yourself. I'm going to repeat this again. So by really relying, putting your hands 100% on a technique, you're actually going to put your own power outside of you. So, and maybe you don't believe this, And then I propose or suggest that you check out episodes 4 about self-limiting beliefs and 5 how you can change them. And yes, I know it's not easy and it's going to be an exercise for the rest of your life. But hey, it's a journey, so you better enjoy it. So again, the real key here is creating a connection. And if you use techniques, 100% relying on techniques, you actually are in the way of yourself, of creating that connection. And a connection is going to create a relationship. And in that relationship, there is trust. And once there is trust, people will buy from you because they really are really motivated and excited because you just created value. And everybody has something when you received something from another person which you didn't ask, and you receive it as a gift, and it's really given authentically. Automatically, the other person is wanting to reward you, and this is very similar in life too. If you do good for other people, good things will come to you also. Now, let me give an example. So you have a conversation or a meeting with somebody, you're meeting for the first time, and in 5 seconds that other person will sense from his gut immediately, can I trust you? Can I like you? Can I respect you? Or are you just fake and are you just doing your job? You are asking questions and you are giving a sales presentation, you are following all your techniques in your checklist, and another person is really feeling that there is no connection at all. You are not aware of it because you're so in your head about your techniques and your processes you need to follow. So, and then you're giving sales pitches and you think, yeah, you have mastered everything. And then at the end of the meeting, you ask, of course, because that's what they learned you, closing questions. And the other person, or you, will ask the question, do you want a price? Or the other person is going to ask, can you send me a proposal by email, please? And then you see that signal as a buying signal, as a signal that he or she is really interested in you and your product or service. But is that really so? You make a proposal, so you return to your office, you make a proposal, you make a price, you put a lot of effort in it, and you think, yes, next step, proposal phase. And you send it by email to that person, and after 1 week, you give that person a call to follow up or to check in. Hey, what do you think about my price or my proposal? And guess what? The other person is saying,
yeah, I've been really busy, I didn't have the time, I've received lots of mails, and call me again within 2 weeks. I certainly will have looked into it and I will let you know.
Or he or she can say,
you know what? Thanks a lot for the proposal, and I'm going to contact you. I'm going to let you know if it's interesting for me or not.
Now, in the first case, that he or she, or that you agree both, that you will contact him or her within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you call again, and guess what? They say,
yeah, I'm in the middle of a reorganization, or I'm busy with another project, or I have other priorities right now. Call me back within 2 months.
Of course, 2 months later, guess what? Voicemail. You send emails, no reaction whatsoever. And then you're like, what happened? The momentum is gone, you say. And the period of falling in love is gone. But maybe there wasn't a momentum, and maybe there wasn't a falling in love with you. Maybe he or she at the beginning wasn't interested and wasn't into you because he or she didn't feel any connection at all. And that other person didn't want to hurt your feelings or just didn't want to be direct in his or her communication and asked you for a proposal. And he or she knew that you would follow up. And with mobile phones and email, it's very easy to hide as a person. And eventually that other person would hope that you would quit and stop calling or emailing that other person. Now, why I'm saying this? Because you can lose a lot of time by making proposals for people actually who don't have a project or are just not into you or not interested in your product or service. So how can you know that? Is instead of creating a price or proposal, again, ask relevant questions and see if that person is really genuine towards you, and you will automatically feel it or naturally feel it or sense it that that other person is lying or is, because if a person is really interested, I can guarantee you they will jump from excitement and they will be very open and honest towards you, and they will explain what are the further steps to take and what they want, what they desire, what they want to know. And then you really have a connection between two human beings and a relationship. And yes, they will buy. So, as a conclusion, there is no silver bullet. I'm sorry to wake you up, there isn't. Now, the great thing is, you can be inspired by techniques, you have to investigate them and take what is working for you, or what is working for you as a person, and the rest just drop it. So you have to make your own mix of being you and techniques that you can apply, but really make sure that you focus on the connection and the relationship, because again, it's about you. You are the product and you are responsible for creating that unique experience with the other person. So everybody is unique. Also, your buyer is a human being and also by definition unique. Treat them as a human being. So again, create a connection, create the relationship, create trust, and then by creating value, you will be able to sell and he will or she will buy. Buyers are not things that needs to be convinced by some salesy pitch. I really hope this was helpful and learnful for you. I want to thank you for your attention. I'm really looking forward to your opinions and comments, which you can leave below. If you like this type of content, please click the like button, or even better, click the subscribe button below and click the bell button so you stay tuned for future episodes. I'm always open for new topics, and if something was not clear, I want to investigate to go a little bit deeper to make sure that the message has been transferred. Thank you very much again for your time, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. Bye bye.